Yo, what is up, guys? This is James Carter TV, and it is time for my first mock draft. It is mock draft season. The Super Bowl ended about a week ago, so we're gonna come on here. We're gonna tell you. Well, actually, why am I saying we? You know, it's me. It's me only. I am going to tell you all my mock draft. But the very important thing about all this is for you to click down in the description box to see my full mock draft, because in this video I will only be going over the top 10 picks. Now that will change in the future, but for now I just want to worry about the top 10 for now. Later on in the video I will talk about all the picks. So if your team is outside of the top 10, you want to know who your team is going to pick, make sure to go down to the description box, click show more. The full mock draft will be posted after I just type some bull. So the description, after the description, there will be the mock draft. All 32 teams, well actually, the Rams are in there twice and the Redskins aren't in there. But all 31 teams that have a pick in this year's draft, their picks down in the description box, the full first round. Look down in the description box for that. I don't know how more I'm supposed to stress that. Every other pick besides the top 10, because in this video I will talk about the top 10. But if you want to see more mock drafts, make sure to click the subscribe button that is also down there. It'll say subscribe. Make sure to click on that. Subscribe to my channel, as I will be making more mock drafts. So without further ado, we've done enough stalling for now. So let's start with number 1, Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm going with the quarterback, Geno Smith. And by the way, I'm not going to go with trades yet. Some people like to do trades in their mock drafts. I just like to just stick with the way it is for now. Later on, as my mock draft gets, since I have a little more idea of how the players are doing, whether or not teams would like to trade up for these people, then I will have trades in my mock drafts. But for now, there will be no trades in my mock draft. So you're going to see some reaches, and you're going to see some people falling, because this may not be necessarily the player that they want. So keep that in mind. Number 1, Kansas City Chiefs. I have them going with quarterback Geno Smith. And everybody wants to put Joeckel at this position, and for good reason. The Chiefs need that power tackle. And Joeckel pretty much will fit that bill, but I just think that Andy Reid is going to come in and he's going to want a quarterback of his own. He's not going to want to take Matt Castle. He's not going to want to take Brady Quinn or whatever the hell Alex Tanney, whatever the hell his name is. He's going to want his own quarterback, and I think that's going to be Geno Smith. I think they're going to miss out on Alex Smith, and I don't think they're going to really want to go after anyone else. Maybe Carson Palmer, but I doubt it. So ultimately, they're going to get Geno Smith. They're going to fall in love with him at his pro day, and they're going to take Geno Smith at number 1. Number 2, Jacksonville Jaguars. I was kind of going back and forth between this position, but when I looked at the stats, when I sat down and looked at the Jacksonville Jaguars, I said they really don't have that pass rusher. They really do not have that pass rusher. They were one of the worst, if not the worst teams when it came to sacking the quarterback last year. And who better than Bjoern Werner, he's German, so Werner, to build that pass rush that the Jacksonville Jaguars need so much. I think that he can do that absolutely fantastically. Looking at this guy from Florida State, he's big, he's strong. Not only is he a great pass rusher, but he's also a great run defender, and that's huge at the defensive end position, because the running backs love to go in and out, try to flow their way in between those defensive ends. But if Bjoern Werner can just stop the running back, which he does so well, if your defensive end can stop the run, then you're already on the way to stopping the run. Defensive ends that can run, defend, they are really underrated in the National Football League. And the fact of the matter is, this Werner will bring that to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he'll help out their defense, which took a step back. Now, their offense is terrible. Hopefully, they're going to try to look to fix that in free agency. But I think draft-wise, for the first round, they had to go defensive end. And I think I know a defensive end they're going to go for. Number 3, I have the Oakland Raiders taking Jarvis Jones. Quarterback is possible here, but I think without Geno Smith, they're not going to like the rest of this quarterback class. And they're going to go ahead and pick Jarvis Jones, who is outside of Werner, the best defensive player in this draft. Hell, he could be better than Werner. I just don't think he's going to fit the Jacksonville Jaguars' needs. But Jarvis Jones will come into Oakland, do a great job for Oakland. He is a big reason why that Georgia defense was so powerful, so menacing. He was a big reason for that. So look out for Jarvis Jones going to Oakland. Philadelphia Eagles are going to love this pick. Luke Joeckel, Texas A&M. He could go number 1. If you get somebody at number 4 that had a huge chance of going number 1, then you know you've had a good draft. Philadelphia Eagles fans will be happy that they finally have a tackle to block whatever quarterback they have, because we don't even know who it's going to be. We don't know who is going to be the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles in 2013, but at least we know that Luke Joeckel will block for that man. Number 5 out of the Detroit Lions, taking Milliner out of Alabama. Alabama. Look at me. What am I saying? Out of Alabama. Bama. Crimson Tide. There you go. Okay. He's going to do a great job. Great cover skills. Great ball skills. And that's what the Lions need. They need some more turnovers. They need to give their offense a couple more opportunities to go down the field. And Chris Houston just ain't getting it done for the Lions anymore. They're going to need to go and get some other people. Their secondary, what good players they have that could be gone. Louis Delmas could be gone. I can't remember their other safety's name. My apologies. But he could very well be gone as well. The Lions will be looking for a secondary help, and Milliner will bring that to the Lions. We have the Cleveland Browns picking Damontre Moore. You know, the Browns don't really have that pass rusher. They really have it for a while now, and I think Damontre Moore, big, strong guy, is going to come and bring that to the Browns. Now, hopefully this won't be a bust for the Browns. Hopefully the Browns, because I can see them doing something stupid. Like, not taking a quarterback, but probably just doing something stupid. Because, you know, the Browns just don't have good luck. And hell, maybe, you know, Barkevious Mingo. And I love Mingo. But there's something about Mingo that I could just see kind of being bust. You know, I have kind of a feeling. So, but take the safe pick. Get Damontre Moore if he's available, because he is not going to be that bust. He is going to bring something to your defense that you really need. You have the Arizona Cardinals going with quarterback Matt Barkley out of USC. And I know what you're saying. Barkley sucked this year. Trust me, I know. But the thing you have to look at is quarterbacks, they always find a way of sneaking back up, okay? Sooner or later, teams just fall in love with some of these quarterbacks. Don't know why. I really don't understand why. But I think the Arizona Cardinals are just going to find a way to fall in love with Matt Barkley, and they're just going to take Matt Barkley. I just think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to take a quarterback. If it is not Matt Barkley, hell, it could be EJ Manuel, because watch, his draft stock could rise at the combine once they see his 40 speed, and once they see the throws he can make his pro day. EJ Manuel could sneak into the first round. I don't think one of the later teams is going to pick him, but if a team that needs a quarterback can trade back into the first round, if he's still available at like 27, they could trade back. They could take EJ Manuel, so make sure to watch out for that situation. But like I said, I don't have trades in this draft, but if I did have trades in this draft, I will probably be looking at that. But anyway, I'm going to think that Matt Barkley is going to just find a home in Arizona, so I'm going to go with the Cardinals taking Matt Barkley. Number 8, we have the Buffalo Bills taking Ryan Nassib out of Syracuse. Why? And everybody's been talking about this. We all know Dave Marone is now the new head coach of the Buffalo Bills, and he's already in love with Ryan. And I think he's going to take Ryan, and he's going to ride with Ryan, and he's just going to try to convince his coaching staff that Ryan will be the turnaround in Buffalo. I don't think that Doug Marone, and I said Dave, didn't I? I don't think that Doug Marone really wants to keep Fitzpatrick, and I just think that Ryan Nassib, or yeah, I've heard it's Nassib, Nassib, I've heard all. I'm going to say Nassib, will give that to him, and I think that the Buffalo Bills go with a quarterback here. New York Jets, I'm going to go with Barkevious Mingo, and this is a pick that Jets fans are not going to like. They went with a defensive end, Quentin Coples, last year, and Coples was a good player. It's not like he played bad. The Jets just didn't know what to do with Coples, and I really don't understand why. I really don't understand how you don't know what to do with your first-round draft pick. That's on the Jets. Hopefully, Mingo can come in, do different things for the Jets. Also, watch out, the Jets could be looking for guard help, whether it be Chance Warmack, who is still available in my mock draft so far, Or if they fall in love with Jonathan Cooper out of North Carolina, I have him going to a team in this first round, so make sure, once again, check the description box for that. But I feel that Rex Ryan's going to love Barkevious Mingo. He's going to love his motor. He's going to love his integrity and his persistence at the defensive end position. And Rex Ryan's just going to love taking Mingo. And finally, at number 10, my Tennessee Titans. I have us taking Chance Warmack, baby. He's going to be that lockdown guard for 10 years, for a decade and more. He's going to be in there. You can plug him in there. Chris Johnson certainly now has a hole to look at between the tackles. Chris Johnson, we all know he still has it, okay? If you do not think that Chris Johnson still has it, there's something wrong with you. And you need to sit down and you need to watch this team. Because trust me, as someone that went to these games, as someone that viewed the away games, Chris Johnson needs a hole between the tackles. The two guards and the center for the Tennessee Titans, actually the center was good this year, but the guards this year for the Tennessee Titans sucked unbelievably amount of ass. They were garbage. So Chance Warmack can come in, can fix all of that by just sitting there and putting his hands up and blocking motherfuckers. Chance Warmack, hopefully, this is my dream, that you will be welcome to Tennessee, welcome down to Nashville. I'll come right down there and say hello to you myself if you get drafted. And hell, maybe I can get an interview for you guys, just maybe. Point of the matter is, I have Chance Warmack going to the Tennessee Titans, and that rounds up the top 10. Once again, look in the description box for every team in the NFL who I have them picking, except for the Washington Redskins. Unless if they trade back into the draft, probably not. But anyway, make sure to check out the description box. Make sure to subscribe to me, James Carter TV. I make NFL, NBA, sometimes MMA, sometimes anything, videos. Make sure to subscribe to me. Check out Before the Kickoff. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com @JamesCarterTV. I am out. Peace.